Well, guys, how's she going? So it's 7:30 at night, and I've been kind of tinkering with the 1586 a little bit. Didn't get very far with that, of course. Everything's a freaking fight on that damn tractor. So I made a little video there. I'll be sure to overlay it, but you'll see what I'm kind of dealing with. So I show that little cylinder guy that's kind of like above the 3-point hitch arm. That is supposedly where my leak is coming from. Apparently there's a shaft within a shaft, and they both have little bush or little rubber seals on them, O-rings, whatever, and they possibly went bad. At least maybe one of them or all of them, I don't know. So the plans were to at least maybe get the 3-point hitch off today, and then maybe we could, tinker around with that a little bit more at a later date. But if we could get one thing done, then it would be good. But those freaking pins that hold the the arm in place won't freaking budge. Won't even give me a damn inch. And I've soaked them down. I've heated them up. Of course my torch is never going to get things hot enough to actually do any good, but I guess it's better than nothing. All right, so and then I tried beating on it with a hammer. All that did was fucking, you'll see it in the video too, all this is freaking chipped the damn pin, so I don't even know if that pin's even any good now anyway. It's probably just completely freaking junk at this point. So why does my camera thing get so dirty? What's up with that? But I don't know. So I couldn't remember what I all had to remove, for the 3-point. I didn't know if I had to remove both of them or just that one, but he says that both have to come off. So I called him earlier today and asked him that question, and he said, yeah, they both have to come off. And he said you're probably going to have to, of course the sun's going to be in your guys' eyes, so I gotta turn this way. So he says you're probably going to have to soak them in WD-40 or PB Blaster or whatever you got floating around. So that's what I did. I soaked them down pretty good, and then I heated them up. I was only doing the one because I'm not going to waste time trying to heat both of them. If you can't get one to go, you're most likely not going to be able to get the other one to go too. So no sense of farting around with both of them. I did spray both of them, but I don't know. Didn't go as planned, of course, like always. The young guy says, well, because he told me to call him back with good news or bad news, just to let him know how it was going. And I said, not good. So, but he says that it sounds like that, well, they've never been out, which, yeah, I don't think that 3-point's ever been used. I personally don't think that 3-point hitch has ever been used prior to me. I don't think so. Because well, there is a little bit of slop in it, so I don't know, maybe. And I know that in the years that I've actually been using it, I don't think I could have wore it out that quick. So maybe the very first owners of the tractor, maybe they used it, quite a bit, and then, I don't know how many owners this tractor's been through, but I know that possibly the last owners before me, because that was supposed to be an old timer and he was supposed to be retiring. I don't think he's ever used it, because it was all locked up when I first bought the tractor. I made videos on that years ago, trying to get all that 3-point hitch shit to work again, and it was a bitch. But I soaked it down with WD-40 and let it sit for a little while, and then, you know, started putting pressure on the remote or the levers, and then eventually, before you know it, it's all moving. So I at least think that the last owners before me never used it. But like I said, for all of the previous owners before even him, no clue. There is no history on this tractor. That's what's, I guess, kind of dumb in a way. It kind of sucks, because they keep a record for these cars, you know, vehicles, you know. But I wish they would kind of do that with tractors too, so you would know just how many owners these tractors have been through. But I don't know. So he said he was going to possibly call me this evening, which, well, it's 7:30 now, so I kind of doubt it. But he was thinking maybe either try to come down or maybe tomorrow. Right now he's trying to, I don't know if he's still trying to drill oats or if he's trying to get beans in. I'm not really sure, but he said he was busy seeding. So, and the weather is in his favor right now. It was actually pretty windy most of the day, so I know that, you know, his fields are going to dry out a little bit. So he wanted to get on that, which is understandable. You know, got to get it in. So I just, yeah. So, but he said that he's never seen anything fight so hard, because he's obviously had to do that to his 1086, and I'm sure his other tractors throughout the years. He's had that same problem, but the 3-point has always come free. But the thing is that, you know, on his 1086 for a lot of years, he's used his 3-point hitch. He actually had his snowblower on that back when his 1086 was actually his main tractor. That's really the only tractor he had that he ran year round. So it made hay, it cut hay, it cut hay and it baled hay. Might have even, you know, moved a little bit of hay, you know, with the 3-point or something. And then he'd put a loader on it, and then he'd feed all winter with it, and then he'd move snow with it. So his 1086 is, you know, it's been used hard. So, but now it's been sitting for the last couple of years. I think first the clutch went out, and then he parked it because he didn't have time, and then I guess he went back to it or something to look something up, or I don't know, he did something to it, and then found out that all the mice and stuff have been chewing on the wiring, so now it needs to be, you know, wired again. And then of course he's got it sitting out there out in the pasture with his cows, and now they knocked the front grill out. So now he doesn't have a front grill. So, but his was all kind of smashed up anyway, just like mine is. But I'm not going to buy a new grill for it yet, you know, for my tractor. So, but I don't know. I don't know what to really say. So if he'll call me tonight, I doubt it. He probably would have called by now, I think, if he really wanted to come down. So, but that's fine. I mean, I'm obviously not going to sit here and say that I'm angry. It's just, you know, it is what it is. So, he's got shit to do, and he needs to get it done. It's just, you know, my shit is just dicking around. But I wanted to at least get the damn 3-point off, so then we could maybe get to the next stage, you know. But I don't know. He would have to bring, he says he's probably going to have to heat it, well, my torch doesn't get anywhere near hot enough for that. It's just a little propane cylinder, you know, it's blue. That's really just for starting fires and maybe heating small bolts. It's not really designed for massive stuff like this. And I don't have a cutting torch, and that's what you would need to really get these bolts and other pins and stuff extremely hot. You don't cut the pin, you just heat it up with the torch. So, but I don't have a torch. I've been thinking of getting one. Then I got to figure out who sells those stupid cylinders, you know, for those gases or whatever. I'm sure somebody around here would sell that, but just haven't gotten around to it. It's like you got to get the torch kit here first before you even think about getting cylinders. So I don't know, but yeah, I managed to pull. There's little bolts on the side of that, and then there's like a locking pin or a plate. It's a flat plate. It's got holes and stuff in it. That just stops the pin from wanting to slide in and out. So it's like a holder for it. And you got that on both sides. I have them removed, so the pin should be free. He even said too that you might have to spray them with WD-40 or whatever. Let them sit for a little bit. And then maybe put vice grips on it and try to at least turn it, you know, to see if you can get a turn. But I can't. My vice grips, they won't grip. I mean, they'll grip, but, you know, the vice grips slip before you even get a chance to even try to turn the pin, no matter how tight you can get it. And I can only get the vice grips so tight. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that I can pick up the, scanner action even way over where my John Deere dealer is at. I'm actually surprised with that. I think having that big massive fucking antenna is what's doing it, but not that it really matters, I guess. But yeah, so I don't know if you could put some kind of a puller on it and try to pull it out. Probably not, because the tire is too close. He said, probably just going to have to heat it. Well, that'll probably never really happen because he's busy all the time. And, of course, I can't dump my problems on him, but, it's just, I don't know. That's what I really do. I mean, if he's busy, he's busy, and I don't have the tools to be doing this, so it's going to be a while before I can even get that stupid thing off. Because I have other things I want to do, and, I don't know. I guess we'll just wait and see, I guess. See if I doubt he'll call tonight now, because if he really wanted to come, I think he would have done it by now, but I don't know. He said maybe tomorrow if he doesn't get out tonight, which, whatever, it doesn't really matter when he comes, I guess. It's just, this is definitely going to be a two-person job, I can tell already. And I don't have the tools to be doing what needs to be done, so can't get it hot enough with mine, and I don't know if that's really the problem. I think it's probably deeper in there. But I don't know. So, but I think the pin is going to be junk anyway, because like I said, I broke a little piece off, and I don't know if it would lock properly now. So, but what I was doing is I was, tapping it with a hammer, and then I started hitting it harder and harder and harder, and then before you know it, I broke that little piece off. So, but, sometimes you have to beat stuff with a hammer, and I thought, okay, well, if I beat it with a hammer, maybe it would put it under kind of like a shock. It would send the shock wave through it, and then it would break whatever's holding it in place. I don't know. Maybe the pin's broken inside, and it's all cocked-eyed, and it's just, paint. It's just wedged in there now. If you guys saw in the video where the pin slides through, and you have your little lift arm sitting there, all that, it's like a U-shaped U-shaped doohickey, and your pin goes through, and your hitch sits in that, you know, and then your pin goes through it. That whole thing moves. It's not supposed to move because the other one don't move. So I don't know. This is going to get real interesting. Personally, I think the pin is probably broken and it wedged in there. You know, and then from the years of me using it, and it's probably been broken the whole time that I've had the tractor. So the pin's probably bent, wore. However, you know, it can get itself wedged in there, and now it's going to be a real work. You know, it's going to be a piece of shit to get it out. It's going to be a difficult little bastard. So, but I guess what do you do? So, I don't know. You guys, I guess.
Great cover.
Ah, shut up. So I don't know. I guess we'll just wait and see. See what the young guy thinks. But if I had a, suppose if I had a torch myself, you know, yeah, I could heat it up and get it a lot hotter. But I don't. You know, I think in order to have all the tools that we would need, you know, because I mean, we're dealing with another total, you know, this is like a major step up from the 400. And the 400 has nowhere near the setup. You know, it doesn't have massive bolts in it, doesn't have a 3-point hitch, doesn't have any of that. So all the tools that we have currently on the farm are meant for a 400 or smaller. They're not meant for a big 1586. So we don't really have the tools that we need to even properly be fixing these tractors. You know, but I am slowly trying to buy tools, but, you know, I think in order to have every stinking tool and everything that we would need to fix a tractor, you're probably talking at least $100,000 in just tools alone. I mean, never mind, you know, parts and, you know, just whatever, right? Like, you're talking a shit ton of cash for tons of fucking tools. So it will be, you know, it's going to be interesting. So, but the young guy said that, you know, if we ever needed a tool or something, we could always come and just borrow some of his. But, you know, I don't like doing that either. But I know that when we put the dual on, the 15, we didn't have a long enough extension for the 3/4 inch ratchet. We only had like a little 4-inch or whatever. That wasn't going to do fucking shit for us. So I asked the young guy if he had maybe like a 16-inch or whatever, you know, and he said, yeah, I got, you know, one bigger. And, you know, so we borrowed that, and then we borrowed his 20-ton jack, because we don't have a jack that big. Because, you know, because we're not dealing with big tractors.
27. Quiz is clear, just waiting.
Just turn that down. So, yeah, but you know, I just, yeah, I don't like borrowing people's tools, but what are you going to do? So, but then I decided to see where I could find at least a 16-inch long, 3/4 inch extension, because we should have one, you know, ourselves. I was able to get one on Northern Tool, so now we have one, you know, so we don't need to ever borrow his extension again. So now I need to try to find a 20-ton bottle jack, you know, so we can get one of those. So yeah, but it is what it is. So we'll get her tore apart one of these days. That's as far as I'm going to get, I think, for tonight. Because I imagine the young guy he's gonna wanna run into after dark. To get his beans in or whatever the hell he's planting right now. So, but we tried. That's really all I can do because I don't have any more. I don't have the tools to be doing this. So, just have to wait and see, I guess. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing, but just have to wait and see, I guess. And see if we kind of wait for him to get. Well, he kind of needs to come down, I guess, and look at it for himself. He can make a better call than just talking to me over the phone. He really needs to see it with his own eyes to see exactly what we're dealing with. So, but unfortunately, there's not much more I can do. It kind of sucks. I was hoping to get the 3-point off, but it's not going to happen. So everything's a fight, boys. Everything's a freaking fight. But that 3-point hitch has probably never ever been off. So everything probably is most likely going to be a fight. So, but I don't know. She'll come apart, I guess, eventually. Whenever we, whenever we can get the right parts for it, I guess. So, and the right tools. But I don't know. It's interesting, I guess. So, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm going to head home. There's not much more we can do. So, I tried, at least. Not really sure what else I can do, besides get a big-ass torch and heat it up, but, again, that costs money, too. So, I don't know. I don't remember what torch kits go for. I know I have one saved in my list. Freaking mosquito. I don't remember if it was under Northern Tool or Harbor Freights there. It was under one of them. I had a torch kit that I wanted to get, but I think it was kind of expensive, but ow, the mosquito's biting me. So, I don't know. Like I said, I got one in my save list or buy later list, whatever the fuck they call it, and maybe we'll get one sometime, I guess. So, whatever. But anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.